Have you ever wondered why some relationships make it and some don't? Hi, I'm Wayne Walker. I am the owner operator of Reflective Mind Hypnosis. And today's subject is about relationships. Now, relationships are interesting because when you get more than two people involved in a relationship, it becomes somewhat complicated depending on what the nature of the relationship is. But for the purpose of my time here today, my short period of time, I'm going to be talking about two people. Now, those two people represent two sides of the coin. One side of the coin is one person, the other side of the coin is the other person. And there's always a story, or there's two sides to every coin. So it's never just an individual. So the relationship is, whether it's a good or a bad relationship, requires those two individuals. Now, the interesting thing about relationships is that there's a component, it's two words, that must be present in the relationship for both people. And those two words are want to. Want to. You have to want to have the relationship. If there is no want to on either side, then there is no relationship. It's like a dance. It takes two people to dance. And if one person doesn't want to dance, then there is no dance. Thus, there's no relationship. Now, my purpose here today is to kind of share with you the benefit of hypnosis and relationship. And I work with couples on their relationships. Now, the interesting thing is once these two people are able to reflect on their own selves, see where their shortcomings are, establish the want to, that they want the relationship. And then at that point there, when I bring them together, which is typically a very short period of time, here's what happens. They come together and all of a sudden they being mesh. They intertwine because they've done the work individually and understand what that work is and what it represents within the relationship. Now, the other thing that a component, if you will, that is required in the relationship, and this is different for every relationship, and it's this: the do-dos and the don't-dos. And every relationship has them. Now, most people go through the relationship and they don't even know what those things are, other than the fact that when it happens or doesn't happen, they know it. So what I encourage people to do, and what I bring people together, is to establish the do-dos and don't-dos from their perspective for that relationship. And then any work that we do together is bringing that list, or those do-dos and don't-dos, together for each person. And then we become intertwined with that. All right? And as with any relationship, there's always a certain level of compromise and understanding. Because a lot of times we go through a relationship where we do the things that we do or don't do from our perspective, how we want it to be interpreted, and we're oblivious to how it affects the other person. And so many times I hear, well, I never realized it was that important to them, or it hurt that person. And if that person cannot move past that, or understand that it needs to be moved past, because if it's more important for them to hold on to that attitude than it is to grow and save the relationship, then you have your answer. So anyway, I'd like to expand on this, but I'm out of time. I hope this gives you the ability to look at it, and it piques your interest to want to know more and understand the value that hypnosis can bring to a relationship in causing growth and change, expectations, the want-tos, the do-dos, and the don't-dos. All right? God bless. Talk to you later. Bye.